Okay, guys, this is week 8 videos. I hope your tests went okay last week. I was really busy last week. Sorry about not getting to your responses for the videos last week. I was a little bit, I got to those really late. I just had tons of headaches, and I'm even struggling with these videos. Yeah, I make a video. I made 8 videos today, and only 4 of them were any good. So, it's like 28, 25-minute videos, and I had to throw a bunch of them away. Just delete them because there's all kinds of problems with this Everlet thing that I record with. The school gives us. So anyway, I'm not in a good mood, but let me just hopefully this video will be my last one for the day. I'm sick of it. It's we're gonna continue here with book 2, page 70 down here. Book 2, page 70. But once again, this is chapter 7, I believe. Yes, we did 8 last time. Next time I want to talk about making suggestions maybe. But what I want to focus on today is responding to suggestions. And there's a couple strategies to use in different situations. Using we'll talk about that. But I also want to talk about using but. Uh, I guess we could, but. It's a good but, but in English emphasizes contrast, right? Um, she wanted to go skiing, but he wanted to go swimming. It shows contrast, right? So even in a suggestion, when you want to say thank you, but, right, so to speak. And there's another chapter. If I have time today, I'll talk about it. It's in book 3. It's a good way of avoiding saying no, right? If I say, do you like? Somebody asks me, hey David, do you like BTS? No, of course I don't. I don't I don't even think about BTS. I have no idea. I heard of them, but so what am I going to say? No, no, I can't stand K-pop like this. Am I going to talk like that? What good is that? That doesn't help anybody, right? It'd be better to say, no, I haven't, but I've heard a lot about them. Do you like them? Blah, blah, blah. Right. Then you get the conversation going. Okay? So I'm going to talk about 2 things. Maybe if I have time, I'll talk about but. Mainly, we're going to talk about using I guess. I guess kind of suggests that you're not so sure about somebody's suggestion. Okay? I know suggestions are a little bit complicated. My wife, I don't know why. This may be a gender thing. I'm not exactly sure, but when I make a suggestion, if my wife and I are planning to go to uh, a restaurant in Itaewon, right? And we have an idea. Okay, let's go get some Italian food in Itaewon. So she's ready to go. We meet. She's coming back in from work. I go out there. We meet in Itaewon, and on the way, I say, "Well, uh, how about why don't we go get the Mexican food?" That's enough. I just make a suggestion, and she gets really mad in that situation. I'm not so sure why. Um, I didn't mean I've changed my mind. I'm just throwing it out there, right? I do that kind of thing. I don't know whether that's cultural or gender or what it is, but I get in a lot of trouble doing that. But when we respond to suggestions, it's really important not to get upset. When somebody makes a dumb suggestion, it's important to maintain some sort of fire, a warmth in your response, right? For example, here, we should go hiking sometime. Somebody makes that suggestion. Let's go hiking sometime, right? Oh, that sounds like fun. That would be a positive suggest response, right? Oh, it sounds like a great idea. Well, I'd like to, but okay, there's the but, right? I'd like to, but there's your excuse. I can't. I don't want, right? Here's an excuse ready, right? I'd like to, but I have to do something tomorrow with my friends, right? Um, I guess we could, maybe. Really, this shows that he's not super convinced. Either he doesn't really want to go or uh, he's really not sure, right? I guess we could maybe give me more details. That's kind of what he's suggesting, right? Uh, he doesn't want to say yes, okay, let's do it, right? He wants more details. When, what day, where are you going to go for hiking, right? Like this. Okay, so here's a conversation right here. We're going to talk. You see these two guys here? Their job is stacking groceries. So my guess is either they're probably college students, high school students. They got a part-time job in a supermarket. It's not a skilled labor, right? It's a respectful job, of course, like any other job, but it's not a job that requires a lot of education, right? So obviously they don't have a lot of money. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. He's this guy. You can tell he's they're kind of daydreaming, so to speak, right? Okay, let's keep that in mind. When I got an audio file, we can listen to that. Let's see. It's going to be this discussion conversation right here, but they're going to, um, uh, uh, it's going to be this conversation, but I have it up here. So hopefully this will record.
B. Listen. What would Chris and Stan like to do? What are they probably going to do?
That's a good question too, right? What are they going to do in the end? They're daydreaming.
You know, we should take a few days off sometime.
Yeah, we should. Definitely.
We could go to Mexico or something.
That's a great idea.
We could even go for a couple of weeks.
Well, maybe. I guess we could, but
You know, we could just quit our jobs and maybe go backpacking for a few months.
well, I don't know. I'd like to, but I guess I need to keep this job. You know, to pay for school and stuff.
Yeah, me too, I guess.
Okay, so the point here is, um, the point here, let me go to the next page. I got something else I wanted to show you. Maybe it's down below. Yeah. Now, there's a couple things here. They're daydreaming. Right? Sometimes people have crazy ideas, right? Wild and crazy ideas. Um, these situations are kind of hypothetical, really. One time I met right when I first came to Sejong, a long, long time ago. I was walking around the back gate area, and I met some Ajashi guy, and yeah, he was really nice. He spoke really good English, really confident, really funny guy. And we were talking for a little bit, and he gave me his card, and I said, "Oh, that's cool, thank you." I looked at his card, like you're supposed to do, and then I said, "Yeah, we should get a beer sometime." And he literally took it. He said, "When?" Right? I was kind of like a little bit thrown because I think in English sometimes we just say things like that. When I say, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you, man. We should go for a bike ride sometime." And if you meet some guy, uh, in a supermarket or somewhere, and he's got his bike clothes on, you ask him about his bicycle, and you say, "Well, hey, man, cool. That's nice. Man. Let's go for a bike ride sometime." That doesn't mean I really want to ride a bike with you. Right? Sometimes it just means I like you, you're cool, and maybe someday, right? We can go for a bike ride. Just like with the Ajashi, I just wasn't expecting them to say when, right? Let's get a beer sometime. When? The response would be like, yeah, we should do that sometime, right? That's what I kind of expected him to say. That's what normally people might say in the United States or in Canada, right? They wouldn't ask for a specific date. So sometimes when you make a suggestion, it doesn't really mean a suggestion. It just means I like you. I think you're cool. It's kind of a roundabout way of, kind of like in Korean, right? You guys do the same thing. When somebody says, "Hey, 밥 먹었어요?" Uh, I took that to mean, did somebody ask me, did I eat lunch? So I would say, no, I haven't. Do you want to go? Like that. Oh, I took it as a real suggestion. Whereas in fact, 밥 먹었어요, 점심 했어요, or something. I think that really means, how are you, right? That's sort of what sometimes suggestions mean that, right? They don't mean what they really say in English, right? Hey, let's get a beer sometime. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, see you later. Yeah, it's a good idea, right? It it doesn't require you say when, right? I've been in uncomfortable situations like that quite a bit. All right, so yeah, we should take a few days off time. Now, obviously, Chris is sick and tired of his job. Yeah, we should definitely. I don't think Adam takes Chris that seriously, right? Yeah, we could go to Mexico or something. Get out of this stupid job, right? Oh, that's a great idea. You know, he doesn't really think they're going to do it, right? Well, we could even go for a couple of weeks. Now, you see, Chris is getting bigger and bigger ideas, right? Adam's like starting to come down to reality. Yeah, maybe, I guess we could. You could see he's kind of having doubts, right? I guess we could, but, well, Chris interrupts. We could just quit our jobs and maybe go backpacking for a few months. Boy, who wouldn't like that, right? Travel the world for a few months? Well, I don't know. Now he's showing disapproval, so to speak, right? I don't know. I'd like to, but I guess I need to keep this job. Means doesn't really mean you know. It means yeah, I guess it does mean kind of as you know. Like I like to keep this job. I think it's just making sure he's listening, right? I'd like to go there. I'd like to keep this job, to pay for school and stuff. We talked about that. And stuff means pay for school, pay for books, pay for living expensive, food, all that stuff, right? You know what's involved with your students, right? You know what you got to pay for. You got to pay for bus fare or subway and all that other stuff, right? Okay, so Chris finally comes down to reality and he says, yeah, me too, I guess. So obviously, they're not going anywhere, right? I think that's pretty clear. Okay, so once again, let's look at I guess. I have a couple situations here. I think it's in this book here. Let me see if I got it here. Okay, yeah, I do. Yes. Let's see. Okay. Um, I guess the issue really is the timing. When do you want to say I guess? It can be a little bit tricky, I guess, right? I guess. It could be a little bit on the difficult side. I guess is one of the top 20 expressions. It's very common. I guess so. I guess it's very common. I guess. Okay, you can use I guess when you're not 100% sure about something, or if you don't want to sound 100% sure. I think that's what was happening in that other, back on page 70 here. Adam is politely saying, I'm not that interested. Okay, we'll come back up to these in a second here. So, I don't. You can't listen. You can. I'm going to give you a different listening because you don't have a. I have the book in later form in this book. So let's take a look here. Let's see if I can get this bigger. Okay, so here these two guys are talking. Can you see that? I hope you can see that. See if I can make. I can't make it any bigger, or maybe I can. Okay, that's a little bit better, right? So here they are. This is still page 71. Well, actually, it's not in 71, but it's in the other version of the book, which I have some scripts to. Let's listen. When you hear the speaker say, I guess, right? Let's put a check where you hear it. And yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can see how they use it.
Page 71. I guess. Check where you think the speakers say, I guess. Then listen and write I guess where you hear it. Practice with a partner.
I'm not going to show you that.
1.
Right here.
I really prefer warm weather to cold. How about you?
I guess I like cold weather more. It's a lot of fun to do winter sports.
That's true, I guess. You can go sledding and stuff. We should do that sometime.
Okay, so I guess I like cold weather. She's not exactly sure, not 100% sure she agrees with her own statement, right? I guess I like 100%. That's true, I guess. Yeah, he's not 100% sure he agrees with her either, right? So that's what that means here, right? Now let's see what the meaning is down here. B, 2.
2.
So, what's your idea of a good vacation?
Well, I kind of like to go camping. I guess that's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, so once again, she's not 100% sure, right?
Really? That sounds like fun. Hey, why don't we go together sometime?
Yeah, I guess we could go next summer, maybe.
Does she really sound interested? It seems like, yeah, hey, camping. Camping. Right, sounds fun. Why don't we go together sometime? Yeah, I guess we could go next summer. My sense is she's really not sure about that, or she doesn't want to sound, uh, she's not 100%, right? In fact, she's very low because she uses I guess and maybe in the same sentences. That's kind of double hedging, right? Uh, yeah, I guess we could go next summer, maybe. It sounds very hypothetical. It sounds like that's kind of like these guys here, right? These guys don't really, they're just dreaming, so to speak, right? It's not confirmed anyway. Here's more examples down here. Some more examples. Oof, run out of time here. All right, so match the suggestions with the response. Okay, so you should, this is again back on page 70, right? Yeah. You should come skiing with me sometime. Oh, I'd love to. Are you a good skier? That's a positive response. Really wants to do it, right? Obviously. And notice here, as we talked about before, is sometimes you guys don't do this enough. Respond with a question, right? Do you go skiing a lot? Wow, that'd be great. Great, I'd love to. Do you go skiing a lot? Or when, ask more questions. Are you a good skier? How often do you go? Things like that. Okay, number 2 here. Why don't we go somewhere on Sunday? Huh? Why don't we go somewhere on Sunday? What's the answer? Can you see the answer over here? I'd like to, but I already have plans, right? I'd like to, but I already have plans. Now, we don't know whether, well, whatever, she doesn't want to do it, right? She's already got plans or she's claiming to, right? I'd like to, but, right? It's a polite way of turning down a suggestion. Well, it'd be good, but, right? And then you give an excuse, right? We could go camping together sometime. Camping together sometime. Uh-huh. What's the answer there? What's the answer here? Yeah, maybe. I don't have a tent though. Okay, so maybe is already kind of like and that's up here, right? Maybe it's in the suggestions they don't like. I don't have a tent though, so it's kind of another negative point, right? A doubt, right? I don't have a tent though. So it's already putting blocks up to the idea, but it's still polite, right? The speaker who asked could walk away not being embarrassed, right? You don't want to say, no, I don't know you, I don't trust you, and I don't want to be alone with you, right? Like this. Okay? You soften the blow, right? Once again, people make suggestions all the time. You don't have to like them, but you don't have to be rude about it, right? You don't want to hurt their feelings, so to speak, right? Soften it, right? Okay, here's another one. Let's go traveling to Asia next year. Let's go traveling to Asia next year. I don't even know where I am here. Number 4. What's the answer? I guess we could. Not next year's far off, right? So you don't want to make a commitment that far into the future, would you? I guess we could. Where in Asia do you want to go? So it's not a total rejection. I think this person genuinely would like to go, but next year's a long way off, and politely asks, keeps the conversation going with where in Asia, right? We should go to Paris and see the Louvre. What's the answer there? Oh, that's a great idea. How's your French? Well, this person's really into it, right? How's your French? Have you been to France before? You know, right? If I dislike the idea, I'd say, I don't know. I don't even speak French. That would be a kind of negative response, right? I guess we could, but not really I don't really like French food. You can start throwing negative points out, but it's a kind of a polite way to do it, right? Why don't we go to Australia sometime, right? Why don't we go to Australia sometime? Yeah, here's a negative response, right? Oh, I don't know. It's kind of far. So once again, the negative responses, I don't know. You just want to say, no, that's not a good idea, you dumbass, right? You want to say, mm, I don't know. It's kind of far, isn't it? It's a nice way to poo-poo suggestion. Poo-poo means put down. Okay. Let's see. I got some more here. I'm going to use that for your conversation here. Okay. Okay, let's do this and then I'm going to quit. I'll get to that but, no but. I'll get to that next week if I have time. It's just a short little thing. I think it's helpful. But I think you guys already know that. So, all right, so let's see. Let's add guess where we think we should, and then we're done. Maria says, would you like to go dancing tomorrow night? Nick says, I have to work, but I guess I could go Sunday. Nick really wants to go, I think, right? But I guess I could. He's not 100% sure, but he's not pretending, to not know. But I guess I could go Sunday, right? That's a different way of saying I guess, right? In a positive sense, right? Why don't you come to Brazil with me next month? It would be fun. He says, I guess I should get away, but I have exams then. He likes the idea. I should leave, but I have exams, right? So he can't. Tanya says, I'm hungry. Let's try that new Mexican restaurant downtown. We could try it, I guess. But I really want some Italian food. That's a polite way of saying, no, I want Italian. Okay, we could try it, I guess. It's not a bad idea. It's a possibility, but I prefer not to. That's a nice way to say it, right? Let's see here. I went to India last summer, and the food was amazing. I loved it. Okay, now where does I guess go here? Yeah, I guess it's good. I don't think so. Yeah, it's good. I guess I could make Italian food tonight. Means she's not sure. She would like to, but she's not sure. I think she's genuinely not sure, right? Here, he's not genuine. Here, we could try to guess. This is a little bit less genuine, right? I think she just wants to sound like she wants to try it, right? Right? Here, it sounds like, I guess I could make Indian food tonight. She's not sure. Okay? Here wants to sound like she's not sure, but she's really saying, I don't. Okay? Mandy and I have 4 tickets to a Broadway show on Friday. You and Maria should come with us. We could, I guess, but we don't have a babysitter. So once again, this is kind of like up here. He doesn't really want to go because they don't have a babysitter, right? But he says it politely, we could, I guess, but we don't have a babysitter. Okay? It's a good contrast here. We should travel while we're still young. Yeah, I guess. But where would we go? We don't have any money. All right, so it's just a polite way of rejecting. Yeah, I guess. He wants to sound like he's not sure. In fact, what he's really thinking is, no way in hell are we going, right? Okay, so that's enough for today. I'll put some situations up there, and you guys can respond using, I guess. I suppose you could respond using, oh, that's the wrong book. You respond using these things here, right? I'll probably focus on these in the questions, and I won't make too many of them. And like I said, I've been really busy with midterms and stuff, so I haven't checked uh, your comments from the last week. So I'm going to get on that this weekend. All right, so actually, this weekend means the weekend that just passed. I'm recording this on the 30th. Okay, so sorry for any confusion. I'll have just a few sentences below to deal with. Okay, take it.